Good morning on this fine Sunday. I am having this terrible problem how anybody can think that Trumpster is a sane man. And now I hear he's talking, he was throwing around the possibility of a martial law at a meeting yesterday in the White House. I'm not sure if he can just declare martial law, but I do know if he does, it will become one of the biggest disasters in American history. To put federal troops, National Guard, and police into a position where the rule of law is basically suspended, where they're going to have to quite possibly go up against friends and relatives and other armed groups, and they're going to have to confront armed militia because they're going to have to take their weapons away. That's part of martial law. I wouldn't want to be a soldier or a cop. I don't want to have to make decisions. That's why a lot of those people join the military and whatnot. They have people making their decisions for them. Everything's cut and dry. You put them in a situation like that, things aren't cut and dry anymore. They have to make personal decisions. And, I wouldn't have to make that decision, I think that situation will lead to a complete, rather than upholding the law, which is what it's supposed to do, will lead to a complete breakdown of our society. Gunfights in the streets. I can't believe he wants the job that much. Everything, all indications are if he wanted the job, he could go out there right now and ensure himself to be in a good position for 2024 just by going out and doing photo ops and what have you for the vaccine rollout, for help getting the stimulus checks and everything out to the people, going up against Russia instead of sitting around on his hands and knees because Putin's such a sweetheart, and Putin's somehow or another has got him by the balls. And I'd love to know how he does that. If you hear that, that's my wife sneezing in the background. I don't know. Just to sit around and do nothing, to me, the way he's doing right now, letting this cyber attack just kind of roll off his back, I think that's some sort of treason. Doing nothing. I don't say that a lot of other presidents went around and did things. A lot of other presidents went around and visited other countries and did a goodbye tour or something, stayed out of it and let everything take care of itself. But this isn't a situation like that. Everything was all right in those days. Everything's not all right now. I think he has to, I don't know. He should be doing something, but he's doing nothing. He spends time in his office or bedroom tweeting his little heart away. I think his kids are just as bad. I think, they tell me that there's a deal set that he can't live in Florida. I think they should Florida got any sense to throw his kids out, too. I think one of the biggest jokes this country's going to see is which member of the Trump family he puts up for election next. None of them have political experience. None of them are great deal makers, and neither is he, obviously. You can look at it. He can't make a deal. He's trying to get himself and his family out of trouble right now. And for me, I want to see them get in trouble. I want to see them disgraced. I want to see them in jail for some of the crimes they've committed against little people. His complete disdain for Americans, for people in general. His complete lack of empathy for anybody that's sick or needs help, or he tries to come across as this really nice guy, and there's not a nice bone in that man's body. Right now I think he's just trying to stay out of jail with some of the stuff he's pulling, because it's quite possible that like New York might just show up at his as he's walking out of the White House, and once he gets on to Pennsylvania Avenue, show up and give him a subpoena, or arrest him. I mean, this is all possible. I don't know how much evidence they have of the crimes that he's committed. I mean, knowing that he's committed the crime and proving the crime are two different things. I mean, you see this on television all the time. You understand that this is what happens. If you see it, unless you're, even if you see a crime, getting somebody convicted and whatnot is a whole different ball game. All right, and when you're dealing with his type of crime, which is white collar crime, getting a conviction is very, very difficult. So, I don't know what's going to happen there. I don't know whether they will arrest him or not when he leaves the White House. I'd love to see that. I hear now that he's back to his, I'm not leaving. You're going to have to drag me out. Well, I've said this before. I volunteered. I'm the same age he is. Not quite as fat. Don't have quite as much heart problem. But I'd risk everything just for the chance to drag that fat prick out by his heels. It might take me a while. I ain't as young as I used to be. But I would love to be able to do that. Let's see. On a personal note, not that you really cared, I go for a colonoscopy tomorrow. I start the prep at 7 o'clock tonight. I have to drink a liter of this crap every hour for 3 hours. And then I think I just might throw up all over the place. I don't know. I'm surprised they're doing it. The COVID vaccine is out of control. Let's see. We had 78,000 new cases this week versus 54,000 last week. We had almost 14,000 yesterday. So I don't know. I'm assuming they do it. If they call me up after I've done this prep and tell me they can't do it, I'm going to get really, really, really pissed. I might just, the next time I'm not going to take the prep and I'm going to go in and shit all over everybody. All right, well, listen, it's Sunday morning. There's going to be some football today. You guys relax. I put a video up showing my office. I don't know how that came out really because it was from my phone. I don't know what else to do. If you want, you can go later on towards the end of the week, whatnot. You'll see pictures on Facebook of everything I do. It's Facebook. Just look up Jeffrey Bruff, on Facebook. And go take a look there. Some of the stuff is you go to JB Bruff on Facebook, which is a page which I manage, and it's a public page, so you'll be able to see everything. Anyhow. Listen, I wish you guys would, if you do really watch these videos, subscribe to my channel or just like it, or unlike it. Tell me you think it sucks. Do something, Just, this is number 39, I think. 39 or 40 right now. I'm shooting for 50 by the end of the year. We'll see what happens, see how I feel next week. If I survive this thing, All right, everybody, so y'all take care. Have a good day.